Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I didn't get any smelling salt.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. Are we rolling peaches? Are we rolling peaches?
Set the time code.
Woo! Let's fucking do it, man.
I need that product. What is that?
It's called life, man. It's called life, man. And we are back. How you feeling?
I feel great.
Man, shut up. I just saw you yesterday. Anyway, I just saw you 12 hours ago, man.
And you stayed late with me to help babysit.
I stayed late. Mara was here. Oh my gosh, she's getting so big.
Yeah.
I was laughing at her running. She has a little bow legs.
Yeah, she's good.
Pigeon toes.
Yeah. And she says it when she watches. She goes tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe.
Yeah.
She was trying to jump off the steps.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, let me not say try. She was jumping off.
She was
the steps.
jumping off of everything. Everything in here is her playground at this point. Once they find their legs, there's no turning them off.
She tripped over one of the C stands. Maul was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "She got to learn."
Yeah. He got it to his dad. Let her learn.
Yeah.
I'm like, I understand, but let's help her up. Like, I don't want to watch.
You saw the next time she went past the C stand, she went around it.
My anxiety was going crazy. Anytime there's like equipment and sharp things and babies around, my anxiety is on a whole nother level. So,
well, we didn't think that through. I thought we were going to meet like in the lounge where there isn't recording equipment.
Whenever Mara comes here, she runs straight back here. You know that.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun to kick it.
Yeah.
It's been a light week, I feel like.
Has it? I feel like it's been a lot of shit going on.
I mean, like personally.
We had the vice president. Oh, personally. Okay.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a bunch of news that we can get to.
To my personal.
But yeah, just like, starting out the episode, I haven't done much but pod this entire week.
Yeah, this week has been a lot of work, recording, even when we're not recording, meetings, phone calls.
Too many phone calls.
Yeah, almost too many.
I saved a woman's life this morning.
Oh.
Did you?
Nice.
What happened?
Yeah. So, like on like the busiest corners of New York, there's like sometimes when the cars that can't go straight, but the turning signal still has the right of way.
Yeah.
But she had AirPods on and wasn't paying attention.
I know those corners, so I'm the guy because I walk.
I know those corners.
Yeah, those are your corners.
Those
Those
are
are
my
your streets.
streets.
You hug the corner like Dion. I get it.
And I want my corners. You being Avon Barksdale of the Lower East Side is fucking hilarious.
Who cover the corners like Julian? Dion, baby? Okay.
Lockdown.
I get it.
No, so you can like walk pretty much, till the turn lane, let the cars go, and then you go. So you don't have to do the whole thing when the light changes. It's New York.
Professional jaywalk.
I know what corner
New York
intersection you're talking about.
You know exactly the corner I'm talking about. You have to pay. And
it's
if
a
you
lot
don't
of turns.
know,
It's
you
a lot
can
of turns.
blindly walk into some shit. And I've seen that happen.
Or you could just look at the sign that says when it's okay to walk.
No, because you know how New Yorkers walk with like the AirPods in, and they'll just phone head down, and they'll like peripherally.
I don't understand. I never understood that.
But the problem is people will peripherally look at who's next to them and follow them blindly.
You walk with both AirPods in at one time?
I do, yeah.
I never do that.
Yeah, but I usually have it not on noise cancel so I can hear like the world.
Yeah.
So I'm walking to the gym this morning and I'm going and this woman who's on her phone, this is like 8 a.m, sees that I go, so she's walking next to me and I slow down because there's a fucking city bus coming down, flying down because they still have the green.
They have the right of way.
And I said, ho, like, hold up.
You called her a hoe?
Didn't. I was like, hold up. And she didn't stop. So I grabbed, like, I put my arm out and, like, held her back. And then the bus just went, like, right. She would have been, that would have ruined my day.
God.
She would have been cooked. Because she was just following, like, just, you know how people do that shit. So.
Just not paying attention.
And then she just, like, looked at me, like, exhale. I was like, whoa. And I was like, anyway, have a good day. And I just went about my day. That was it.
My mom got smoked by a bike.
I probably would have just gone back home.
If she got hit?
Yeah, I don't think I could like do a workout after that.
Have you ever seen anybody get hit by a car and die?
Yeah.
Not die,
it also
but I've
almost
definitely
happened to
seen a lot
my
of people get
brother. It happened to my brother. He miraculously didn't die, but he was hit by a
I actually saw somebody like that happen in front of us one time. When the buses, the double deckers, the wide with the spring in the middle.
Yeah.
A dude was on a motorcycle and he was coming down the hill and the bus was coming out from the bus stop. And I guess he didn't realize the bus was coming, so he tried to like turn and end up like falling off the bike, sliding.
Nice.
In the back, it's not nice. He died. The back of the bus ended up running over his head. Like, oof. It sounded like somebody opened a tuna.
You know what it's the
was like
sound.
That,
if you ever see or witness a car crash, it's the sound it's the sounds of this crash and the smells that follow that are like chilling.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had an airbag hit you and pop?
No, I haven't.
Oh, first, it burns, but that smell, like they purposely put a smell in there. Like if you are unconscious, that might wake you up.
Yeah.
It smells so fucking bad.
Yeah, This girl, one time in college, we had a fire drill, so everyone in the dorm had to get out the building. And I used to nap all the time in school, so I was like woken up out of a sleep. So I was pretty much asleep, just waiting outside. And this girl just like started having a seizure, and she just like locked up and fell back on the concrete. In her head, it sounded like you dropped a bowling ball. It was just boom, and then she just started bleeding. She didn't die, but it was just like fucking
Open
terrifying.
up,
It was like, what do I do? How do I go to class after this?
No, you can't go to class. Class is canceled.
Yeah,
I feel like when we were in Chicago, Peach and my mom would always get to the lobby before everyone else for like our call times, and I feel like she was just annoying Peach. Anytime I walked down there, she was just telling some story that I'm sure Peach didn't care about. And correct me if I'm wrong, Peach. Was she telling you the story when she got fucking ran over by a biker in the city? I thought when I was walking up,
he didn't get to that chapter yet. He didn't get to that.
No, I think he just zoned out at that point. Yeah, my mom. You know, sometimes you take a step in the bike lane. Before you cross, just bang, smoked.
How long ago was this?
Yeah.
She gave you that story?
What made her bring that up in Chicago in a lobby?
She saw somebody with a bike. That's all it takes.
She just saw Uber Eats.
She saw a bike. Yeah, she was like, "Oh, and did I tell you about the time? Yeah, he told me 7 times about that story, Mom."
Yeah, my mom should be a streamer. She just like doesn't know how to just be quiet for a second. That's like she'll just go on rants and rambles. Like we could be quiet for a second. You know, like we don't have to talk.
I think that's an older person thing though. Like older people, they talk, man. My mom, she's at that. She'll talk to any.
My mom.
I was in the supermarket with my mom one time, and she told me she was going to grab something that she forgot, and she was going to meet me at the checkout counter. So it was a lot of groceries. So I'm like, okay, she got time. The lady then scanned everything. Everything is in the bag, ready to walk out. My mom is still not at the counter yet. So naturally, I take off. I'm like, hold on, let me go get my mom. I run. Bro, she's in the back in the butcher section talking to some random dude that works. I'm like, Mom, what are we doing here?
Talking about the veal?
Yeah, she's talking about like, just know the economy, I think. That's even worse. It wasn't even about the product in the store. It was just the economy and how everything is inflated.
Well, in her defense, with the longshoreman strike right now, prices are going to go even higher. So maybe she was trying to get in there before.
Get the hook up.
Yeah, like, yo.
I know y'all want $14 for the steak now. I got 20.
When the per pound goes up, just remember me.
Just remember me.
Remember your girl.
I was loyal.
Getting the homie price at the deli is that's hilarious.
That's something my mom would do though.
Oh man, but yeah, I guess that is probably an older person thing.
Speaking of something my mom would do, here's something my mom wouldn't do. Go on a tour and just create stories like Jaguar Wright. Listen, man.
It's a crazy segue to go from.
Because I'm just here today to just address. I get it. I know the times we're in. A lot of things are being revealed. A lot of nasty things, a lot of nasty people. And if anybody is guilty of any of these things that are being alleged, they should be held accountable to the highest degree. Let's start there. But at some point, we got to just stop opening up platforms and cameras and microphones for people to just spew things that just have not been anywhere near remotely true. That's my only problem with Jaguar Wright. Now I get it. She's created this lane and you know, the National Enquirer, we always talk about it. It sells. It's been selling since I was a kid. So we know that there's people that eat this type of shit up, want to hear these type of salacious stories and outlandish, times. And my thing is, how does Jaguar Wright have where was Jaguar Wright when all this was going down? How come she has all this information on all these?
She was at the parties.
No, but she said she wasn't.
She said she was.
At what parties, bro?
Diddy's. She said, I've seen it firsthand account with my own eyes. And then she said, I also know women that are in the industry that also work hidden cameras and were filming things.
She also said she rescued 3 girls from Epstein Island. I'm like, yo, when did Jaguar Wright get a boat?
A strong swimmer.
Well, I can see that. I can see her being a very good swimmer.
So when I did watch this Jaguar Wright on Piers Morgan, and not to say Piers Morgan is anyone that we need to look up to or that he is the end-all be-all of news. And I always thought news was full of shit regardless, but they would be talking about issues I didn't know much about and bring on analysts and authors and people way smarter than me. I wouldn't like really take their word for it, but I would also think this person clearly has studied this topic and understands it. They had to have vet them in some degree. But ever since this Diddy thing, the people that they are bringing on to discuss the hip hop world makes me think they've never vetted anyone on any subject ever. No. Why is Jaguar Wright doing a one-on-one with Piers Morgan? Like, it was cool with her YouTube stuff when she was doing her conspiracies for the last 10 years. And to her credit, some of the shit she said was right.
Mhm.
But to a lot of people, that was common knowledge when it came to the Puff shit.
Mhm.
Why is she on Piers Morgan talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce putting children in suitcases and throwing them in the alley? Why is this allowed on Piers Morgan? And again, not to say Piers is that guy,
Right.
or has any like integrity where like we know if they go on Piers, we're gonna get the truth.
Yeah.
But why? No one vetted this at
I don't
all.
know, man. I don't know.
What was their source? YouTube? Trust me, bro.
Yeah, I don't. I think. Well, we know how these things go when because when the Puff shit happened months ago with Cassie, we got some calls from some networks and people that wanted to interview us, and we said absolutely not. So now that obviously Puff is going to court, the charges have been presented. There's the floodgate of media outlets opening up to anybody that's willing to come on from our culture that have been maybe even at a show that Puff had that may have a story. They're opening up their platforms for people to come and talk. And like you said, Jaguar Wright has been one of the more vocal voices over the year as far as this type of stuff going on in the industry. And like you said, some of the things she speaks about has been proven and came to light as true.
I feel like if she was talking about anyone outside of hip hop, this
care.
network would have vetted this way more.
Of course.
Like,
of course.
they really were just like, trust me, bro.
Yeah.
And threw her on live TV.
They're looking at her like, oh, she has to know.
Like, listen, I love Heart of the City.
Yeah.
That's not a fact.
She's saying at Jay-Z's Unplugged set on MTV. She has to know. She has to know what's going on. And that's the thing that I'm just like, it's a such thing as too far and too much. That's all. And again, if she's right about anything she's saying and anybody she's talking about, then they should be held accountable to the highest degree. Throw them the fuck away. If any of these things are true about any of these people, throw them away. Let's get rid of these people.
And the stuff that she's saying, like, again, we've talked about this the last few months. Like, it is kind of unfortunate that the only time any of these outlets have invited people of hip hop culture on their network, it's to discuss Puff and like just nasty shit.
Mm-hmm.
Never anything else. That's why I do salute Cameron for going up there and be like, yo, I'm selling dick pills. What do you want from me?
Right. Right.
They are going to take her word as a fact, especially in the world of conspiracy theories that we now all believe. And a lot of Pierce's audience is the far right. I think he does a good job of balancing both sides. I like his panels, but far right for the most part. And far right is the new conspiracy theorist, which has been such a weird shift. They went from being the government will always tell us the truth to everything's a conspiracy. They're going to assume that when Jaguar Wright gets up there and says, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby, Puff, who's the only person they have in common? Jay-Z. They are now going to take that as, okay, Jay-Z traffics little children.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
I assume while we're recording this now, Hove has sent a large group of Jewish lawyers to congregate, and Jaguar Wright may not be allowed outside of her house. It's not, all right. People, you can say that crazy shit on YouTube all you want, and I think Hove and people of that cloth will be like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm gonna run down every fucking YouTube conspiracy.
Right.
She went on Piers Morgan and suggested that he's trafficking children.
And throwing them in the alley in a suitcase. You don't see it? You can't see Jay doing it?
And listen, I give half a salute to Jaguar because she has been right about certain stuff. But she
I see what you did there.
She never has any real like evidence to back it up. It's always just like, nah, I got like
Trust me.
Yeah. No, I'll turn them in.
Yeah, trust me.
But you never turn them in?
Never. And again,
she did say, sorry, real quick. She said she has footage from women that have been wearing wires and cameras. So if that's true, then there would be more evidence at play here. But who's to say?
I'm not saying that she doesn't have that. I'm not saying that she doesn't know women that have been harmed by Puff. I think there's a lot of people that know women that were harmed by Puff. But to just then throw in random names like, I did not know Jay and Bill Cosby were that close.
They're not. They're not.
When Cosby was putting Quaaludes in women's drinks in the 70s, I didn't know Hove was there.
He wasn't. It's just that simple. Like,
Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, because a lot of those flight logs were bullshit with Jeffrey Epstein. I do remember seeing something along the lines of one plane that was owned by Jeffrey Epstein, Jay-Z and Beyonce flew on. Who the fuck knows? Cool, if you want to look into that, I would never be mad at someone going, well, hey, that's weird. We should figure out why. But to then just go, Jeffrey Epstein, Puff,
Mm-hmm.
Bill Cosby, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Laid it all out. So
I never even thought of it that way.
yeah, that's your problem now. You ain't thinking about it.
And they're gonna kill us for being Ho-Vengers, but I think it's
Listen, man,
more
let me
so
be
not a
very
Jay
clear.
thing. It's a hip hop thing because the only way hip hop is being portrayed on these platforms now is this bullshit that we need to nip in the bud. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
Puff needs to see his day in court, and if it's all facts, bury him under the jail.
Mhm.
But that's now the only representation of what hip hop is now across these platforms,
Right.
which is fucking nuts to me. And again, I don't know who cares because those people probably wouldn't look at hip hop in a good light, anyways.
Mhm.
But this is just doubling down on that even more.
I mean, let me be very clear because again, you know, the whole vengeance thing. I don't want us to sit here and sound like, you know, if Jay-Z, and again, I would be surprised and devastated to the 100th degree if any of this were true that she was saying about Jay-Z. I would be absolutely, it would be the most, like I would have to question everything I've ever seen in my life at this point. If any of this were true, from the person that I know, from the Jay that I know and that I grew up around, like it's just not, it's not in his character.
But to me, that's like unfair. If there was legitimate accusations, then I think you should say what you're saying.
No, I
like to just spark the idea, like
no.
Jay too.
I'm not but I'm just saying based on what I don't want people to say
like, have we investigated Eminem yet?
No, but I'm just saying I don't want people to say, oh, they're sitting there, they're whole Avengers. I'm saying no. Let's be very clear. If any of this is true about him, I would be absolutely surprised, devastated. I don't even know what other word to use behind it because just knowing him and knowing his character and who he is as a person, it wouldn't make sense to me. It wouldn't match up.
And what's like unfortunate where Jaguar Wright goes wrong, she shoots her own credibility down so much. Like, because I did watch the whole Pierce thing. She made points that I agree with that we've said on this pod. Yeah, I think there was probably some grooming from Clive Davis. There has been more than just rumors about Clive, Puff, and that entire era of music.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is something she should bring up with Pierce Morgan. Not to say it's a fact or anyone's been charged specifically, but if you go through Puff's paperwork, Lucian's in there, Clive's in there, a lot of people that you could at least have the conversation comfortably on a news network like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you just go and just throw random names in that it shoots down even the Clive part. It's like, where's your credibility at all?
Yeah.
She had a hilarious back and forth with Star. Shout out to Star, friend of the show. We love Star.
The legend Star.
The back and forth was hilarious. I encourage everyone to go check that out. But she shot her credibility down with Star immediately. She was saying, oh, Star and Buck Wild. Buck is my friend. How's Buck? How's Buck? Then by the end of it, after they started cursing each other out, she started saying, well, Buck fucks 15-year-old girls. I'm going to put Buck in jail. 2 minutes ago, he was your friend in this clip.
Yeah.
Like your credibility's gone at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to root for Jaguar Wright because I do think some of the stuff she says is correct and needs to be said.
Mm-hmm.
And she has the balls to say it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you add that other 60, 70% that takes away from everything that she does.
It taints everything you just said.
Yeah.
It taints everything you just said. But that back and right between
it's fucking
Star and Jaguar was Star
is my favorite.
It's certain people, man, that you just gotta know don't care about anything.
Can't cancel them.
You can't cancel them because it's like, what you gonna? How do you cancel Star? You can't cancel Star. So it's certain people that when they have these conversations with people, I'm like, they didn't know who Star was. They wasn't aware of his. They didn't know his work. They wasn't familiar with his game. But that back and forth was funny.
It was cool to hear her sing "Heart of the City" to prove that it was really her.
I mean, because I don't think nobody ever questioned that.
It was just a hilarious and great way to prove that it was Jaguar Wright. Because she called in and Star, who's been in radio for however long, fucking 40 years at this point, media period. It's like, well, you just called in. We didn't set this up. I don't really know if this is you.
Right.
And then she started going into the hook, and he was like, all right, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. Oh, it's her.
That was a perfect pitch, yeah. Now we can have a combo.
Oh, man. Weird times we're in, but we'll wait and see.
Too bad you can't do that at like the DMV or like when you're trying to get into the club. Like, is this really you? Like at an airport, that's how you identify yourself.
What's your talent?
Yeah, like what if we just start podding in front of TSA?
Like, be somebody in the back like, move it, my flight's late.
Put the mics down.
Like what if they didn't accept your ID at TSA and then you just started screaming how crazy it was for a pregnant woman to have sex? And then they were like, you know what?
That's him.
Right through here, Jamel.
Yeah.
Just for entertainment.
Check my phone. I don't listen to Kendrick.
Yeah.
Look at my monthly listeners.
to creep into music with more controversy. Rory and I were briefly talking about this before we hit record. Tommy Richmond's debut album came out. I liked it. Rory,
Yeah.
did you finish it?
Yeah, I did. And I gave it a few more listens. I do like it.
It's a great album, but he did. I'll just say I think he shouldn't have done this, but he ended up jumping on Twitter and saying, Coyote album of the year, and then he said in a separate tweet, "I am not a hip hop artist," and that immediately started the narrative of, are you digging yourself in the Post Malone lane? Are you purposely trying to exit hip hop? Why? Like my thing. Why would you say that?
Learn from your ancestors. Your ancestor Tommy Malone. Why would you do this?
And then he tried to
I've seen
clean
what
it up.
happened before. I meant to say I'm not solely a hip hop artist. This was after a back and forth with DJ Head.
Yeah, I ain't even get the solely part.
I just didn't really see what was necessary about that.
Well, you
like
know
his album is not
about it.
under hip hop. I don't think anyone has gone around calling Tommy Richmond a hip hop artist. Why just go out the gate like I'm not a hip hop artist?
Well, it was
For
probably
what?
some people saying he was a hip hop artist, and he probably just wanted to clear it up that I'm not a hip hop artist.
Well, the album is to Rory's point, the album is categorized under R&B and soul.
Yeah.
And
So now you're just inserting yourself into a conversation that really no one even had you in. So now it's the problem. It's like you're looking to separate yourself, because when you say I'm not a hip hop artist, there's way more that comes with that statement than just the music. It's like you're choosing to separate yourself and exile that culture from your identity. That's how people take it. It's not about
Where's he
I make
from?
this kind of music. He's from the DMV.
Okay.
From
I think he's from
Brent's crew and
Virginia.
yes.
Yeah, Woodbridge.
Okay.
That's just like the Post Malone comments were awful, but I understood at least where the conversation came from after White Iverson, and he was trying to pivot. At least there was a conversation there for him to say the bullshit that he said.
Mm-hmm.
Who heard $1 Million Baby and was like, wow, what a great hip hop song?
Yeah, this is
It wasn't even under hip hop. It was played outside of hip hop radio. It just felt unnecessary and weird. Like, well,
Listen, I'm not following Tommy on socials. I'm not checking his mentions, but I'm pretty sure he had to see something out there categorizing his sound or his album or his style as hip hop. So I don't see him just tweeting, "I'm not a hip hop artist." Like what sense does that make?
I just felt like it was a very odd and specific way to get out of the hip hop genre. Like, I think a lot of his fans and really who built $1 Million Baby were fans of hip hop and probably I hate the urban crowd, quote unquote, which we could say about Post. That's why everyone was pissed off. Like, this crowd started you. You wouldn't be in the position to be a pop star without us giving you that first platform. So to dismiss hip hop is crazy. I feel like
hip hop, or is he just clarifying
to go out of your way to say I'm not a hip hop artist when no one's calling you that is, to me,
You can't say nobody's
very
calling
odd.
that. You didn't check his mentions.
Well, he said
didn't check his mention.
DJ Head they had a back and forth, and he said, I'm doing my radio mix. Like, I have 2 open slots for anyone proud to be for any artist proud to be hip hop. And he said, I'll say it again. Tommy said, I'll say it again. I'm thankful for everything. I'm saying I don't want to be boxed in. I grew up on hip hop, but I'm a singer. Again,
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with the statement, but this isn't a conversation that's been being had. Like, to Rory's point, you're jumping out and putting yourself into a thing where no one was pigeonholing you. No one was making you that. Post Malone had the braids. He had the white Rolls Royce. He made a rap song. It's about it's called literally Allen Iverson. Like, there was so much more to his image and likeness at that time where the comparisons made sense. Like, they yielded towards that.
Yeah.
No one's saying that about Tommy.
And
also like your predecessor, your OG in this space is Brett. No one says Brett's a hip hop artist. Like, Brett Faiyaz just makes amazing R&B.
And also, like, I've heard other artists in the past, like Tyler or even a Kanye, where they're like, yo, I'm not just hip hop. I'm more than that. Like Tyler, for example, with Igor, I think should have been album of the year. He got nominated for rap album of the year. It had elements of hip hop, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't labeled that way. Wasn't that. They did it because there is a dark black man on the cover.
Right.
So they were like, you're hip hop. I can see the anger of an artist that doesn't want to be boxed in. Like, yeah, I'm hip hop, but I also make other shit. Don't put me in that category. 808s and Heartbreaks is hip hop, but it's also something else. Don't make it hip hop because I'm black.
Right.
I get that argument. Tommy, no one thought, no one was boxing you into hip hop.
You don't think that's hip hop right there?
I think Tommy can be hip hop, but no one was questioning that he was going to stay in that box.
Yeah, the physical identity of Tommy, no one's screaming like.
And where it gets
hip-hop.
a little offensive too is, as much as I like his album, I do hear a lot of sounds that are derived from hip hop.
Well, he said that in the tweet that he cleared it up. He said he grew up on hip hop, but
you can hear it.
But I'm a singer, and you can also be a singer and be hip hop. Like let's put that out there. I don't think people understand that part of it. You can also still be a singer and still be hip hop.
Like I think 808s is still hip hop, but don't say it's just hip hop.
Yeah, Nate Dogg was a singer, hip hop,
incredible one.
Like let's just put that out there.
Like, yeah, but to your point, like yes, you can, but when people are calling you hip, like no one calls him hip hop. Like this is.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
well, I just don't get why he would put himself.
I'm just saying
in
that
position.
he probably had got some tweets and read some things on platforms where people were probably saying, he's trying to be hip hop, or it's probably just a defense of I'm not hip hop, like I'm a singer. Like
maybe when he tweeted out Coyote Album of the Year, which I think he has every right to do that. Outside of that being his album, I think it could be a contender for Album of the Year. It's a phenomenal album. Maybe people replied and said rap album. But at that point, you didn't even label it as rap albums. Why are you upset about that?
Yeah. Yeah, he just jumped out of there a little too prematurely and put his foot in his mouth. But I'm not going, I see people online killing him saying, oh, he wants to just use the culture now that his album's out, now he's trying to, I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to put all of that.
I'm not going to say that either. I think that's rough to put on someone's jacket off one sentence.
Yeah.
But I did think it was just weird.
No, it was. Definitely was weird and unnecessary.
But I mean, I'm still rooting for him. I still love the album. I look forward to hearing more from him. But I think in this pop route that he is rightfully going, to separate himself from the other ones, he's going to have to go to hip hop, and it would make sense for him to go to hip hop because a lot of his music derives and has sounds from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say you're not hip hop yet. You might need hip hop soon.
Oh no, for sure.
Post came right back.
For sure.
They always come back.
They always come back to hip hop. Everybody, all of these artists at some point or another need hip hop. It just is what it is. It's the most influential art form on the planet. It is what it is. You need us. We got to stamp it, make it cool. The world likes you once hip hop deems you to be cool. So
I do have maybe a little conspiracy theory. Maybe whoever runs Tommy's socials also runs Beyonce's socials and didn't switch accounts. And Beyonce meant to tweet out after Cowboy Carter got snubbed, like, yo, I'm not hip hop. I'm country.
I'm country.
And maybe just the social media manager didn't switch the accounts.
I can promise you Beyonce didn't mean to tweet that.
Should I go on Piers Morgan?
No, you shouldn't.
Say that?
You should right here. But congratulations to Beyonce. Cowboy Carter will now compete in the country category at the Grammys.
Well,
which means more than likely Beyonce will win.
Well, I hope so. But congratulating someone for submitting to the Grammys is funny.
Well, I mean,
you didn't congratulate me.
Well, not submitting. She will now be categorized at the Grammys. You were just.
I mean, but what else would she be categorized? I mean, again, they did it to Tyler, but it's a straight up country album. It's labeled country.
Listen, man, it's stupid. It's crazy that the CMA didn't acknowledge Beyonce, which is it's just stupid. But if the Grammys are doing this, it's more than likely either Beyonce is going to perform, or they are going to give her the award. Either or.
I mean, I think with what happened with the CMAs, it would behoove the Grammys to lean into Beyonce being the country singer that she is.
Absolutely.
And have her perform, give her the award, singles.
Roll it all out.
Yeah.
Roll it all out.
For ratings, it would make a lot of fucking sense.
Roll it all out.
Oh, for sure.
Can you pull up what Luke Bryan said?
Yeah.
You're a better reader, Julian.
And for those who aren't familiar, Luke Bryan is in the country world, I would say the equivalent of what Drake is to hip hop. So
he's the country Drake.
Basically, he did a statement with, well, actually, that would be probably more Morgan Wallen. It doesn't matter. He did an interview with Andy
he's like
Cohen.
The country J. Cole, or
well, Morgan Wallen's the guy that's in the music video Drake did where the cars blew up with those two girls. You broke my heart. That's yeah. Anyway, Luke Bryan said a lot of great music's overlooked. Sometimes you don't get nominated. sometimes. Like I said, I mean, I think the CMA, they have their voting body and they vote for what they think should make it. Everybody loved that Beyonce made a country album. Nobody's mad at it. But where things get a little tricky, and if you're going to make a country album, come into our world and be country with us a little bit. Like, don't, like Beyonce can do exactly what she wants to do. She's probably the biggest star in music, but come to an award show and high five us and have a fun night and get into the family too. And I'm not saying she didn't do that. And then Andy Cohen said, I understand what you're saying.
Andy Cohen, I don't understand.
I don't get it either.
What point do you think he was trying to make?
Well, I think what Luke was saying is that Beyonce is obviously one of the biggest stars in the world. We know that. But he was more so saying, like, maybe, she didn't, because Beyonce is not, she made a country album.
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce is not, quote unquote, country music, I guess what he's trying to say. She's not a country music artist. But she's so talented. I'm just saying what Luke Bryan is probably trying to convey here.
Mm-hmm.
She's not looked at as a country artist because this is her first country album. She's already established as one of the biggest stars in the world.
Didn't she perform at the CMAs for Daddy's Lessons off Lemonade with like the Dixie Chicks?
Yeah,
that's a country song.
Country song and country artist are two different things, though.
Okay, didn't they give Nelly an award?
Yeah.
Tim McGraw, great fucking song.
He did the Tim McGraw.
Well, Tim McGraw was on the record.
Dolly Parton does the interludes.
We agree. The album is country. But I'm just saying, I don't think they looked at her as, okay, this is a country artist. So when you say the CMAs, the Country Music Awards, is more so geared towards country artists. Now, granted, here's an amazing artist that is so great at what she does that she can even jump into this genre and create such a beautiful album that is of this culture and of this sound called country music. Country music is black music. Oh, first of all music is black music. Let's just put that out there. But I think what Luke Bryan is saying is like,
well,
it almost didn't. It felt like she was just making an album, but didn't really want to fuck with the country genre and the other artists, and the just at the awards, and nobody really had a relationship with her there. Like, it felt like a visitor that was just coming in, made an album, and they were supposed to just honor her when she's not really of this culture, I guess is what Luke Bryan was
I think he kind of like snitched on the CMAs and the politics of the CMAs, the same way the politics of the Grammys, VMAs, every BT Hip Hop Awards, politics everywhere when it comes to this award show. I think Beyonce on her album got the right features, some big country names, some up and coming. I think she did a deep dive with the actual artists of the country genre, which to me shows way more integrity that you appreciate this music than keying with the CMAs and saying, hey, we'll give you a nomination, but you have to come and present. You have to come and perform. You have to do what we tell you to do to get a nomination. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of what Luke is saying, which is ass backwards to me, because I think she showed more integrity with the country genre by working with those artists and putting together this album than doing the politics shit. Luke's saying, come high five us. Mm-hmm. Go talk to the CMAs. Make sure you can dance for us. Mm-hmm. What would make that more her country than it would if she didn't? You're not more country because you play the politics of an award show.
Well, look at it like this.
They don't define country music.
How do we feel about when Macklemore won Best Hip Hop Album?
Politics.
Earned?
Oh,
what?
He thrifted it.
I'm just saying,
you did take it from Kendrick though.
You can see how
it wasn't just Kendrick.
That lineup. Jesus was in there.
Insane.
Nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same.
Kind of the same thing. People from hip hop looked at that like, what? Like, he's Macklemore in hip hop.
Mm-hmm. First of all, I disagree. I think Macklemore is hip hop. I don't think he should have won, but I think he's hip hop.
Okay, so I'm just saying, most people felt like he wasn't. That was the thing.
Okay, but that had a lot to do with politics.
This may be this in reverse with the country music. They may feel like, Beyonce's not country. She's not a country artist.
I'm not Andy Cohen, so I can't comprehend Luke the way he can. I think what he's trying to say is she didn't play ball. She didn't do what CMAs wanted her to do for the country. Yeah. Not for the country genre, for our show. For our show, and for our advertisers.
Yeah, come through, hang out with us, kick it with us.
And if you want to be a country star, you have to play the country games.
Yeah, this is what you have to do.
And I think that's bullshit when she's actually putting on country artists that are up and coming and really getting into the country culture with the music.
Yeah.
I thought that's what mattered.
Oh no, we know that that's not what matters.
Of course
the
not.
music doesn't just. It's
Of
not
course
just.
not.
We've been understood that.
There's no difference between the Nashville Universal Building and the New York Universal Building.
Same
It's all politics. I get it.
Somebody told me Nashville is just white Atlanta.
But that's
That's funny. Nah, it's
Oh, it is. In Nashville?
It absolutely.
nah,
is.
maybe it's like white
100%.
New Orleans.
Nah, it's
It's
white
white
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Okay.
But the thing I take issue with when you said come to an award show and high five us, it's like it reinstates you need the approval of you need the white man's approval to get into this like rodeo, so to speak. It's like you didn't go through the channels, the powers that be, the white men you needed to shake hands with and make feel special in order to earn the passing of, not even a passing of the torch, but like earn our, to deem you the very genre that you're already producing. It doesn't matter that you're making it. You could have made 4 of these fucking albums. You still need to do the things like Rory said, the dance for us, do the high fives, sit next to us, be seen with us, to then be considered, because you need to do it. It's not the fact that you do it, you have to do it on our terms. I think that's like which is annoying, because we just got off the Tommy Richmond topic and the Post Malone thing. White people never have to do this in hip hop. They just don't.
Yes, it's funny that you said that, because I remember years ago, it was a thing that a lot of rappers and artists in hip hop, they were kind of like had a little like looking at Eminem a little funny. They're like, yo, or he don't hang out with us. We don't see him. He don't kick it. When it was the Winter Music Conference, I remember for sure. They used to do the WMC. And they were saying like, yo, we don't even see Eminem. Like, you don't see him. He's not kicking with all the artists. We're not out here. All of us here chilling together. And it's like, nobody's ever even really had a conversation with that dude.
But I think M is probably the best example of the opposite. I think a lot of him not showing up to places is, 1, his actual personality, and 2, that he turned into like the biggest superstar period of that era.
Mm-hmm.
M, throughout his whole career, I think is the only white rapper, like A-list white rapper, that didn't go rock or didn't go full pop. Eminem has always been a rapper.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think he's actually... We give him a lot of slack, but out of all the white rappers,
felt
like
some way about him, like, yo, he don't hang out. Like,
he's someone I wouldn't be including in the examples of artists that I would be referring to. I know we just talked about him. I think he makes great music, but like Post Malone would be the example of that. You come in, you not mock. I mean, you adopt the culture, the sound, the aesthetic, the everything, and then once you pop, you're number one. You get the Bieber cosign. You garner the white audience.
I was more so speaking to Rory saying about the CMAs. They not feeling like Beyonce like was chummy with them, and she's not hanging out with them, and they don't know her, and they haven't never had a conversation with her, never met her, and here she makes this undeniable country album. We should be awarding her and nominating her for some country music awards. But we're not, because we never seen her around the circles and never at the parties and never at the events and never at the...
I don't get
I just feel like
crazy. That's where it's crazy.
Back to like him snitching on himself. I thought country, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not part of that world, isn't country supposed to be all about like the integrity, the grassroots? This is not the mainstream shit. This is the good old boys. This not the cities. Like, we are country.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does... If you're gonna make country albums, come into our world and be country with us a little bit mean, when all you're referring to is political award show shit? Is Beyonce not from Houston, Texas?
Right.
Did she not grow up on country
rodeos and yeah?
Is that not, what does that mean? Come be country with it. She grew up country.
Come say hi to us.
That's
all it is.
Come play the game.
Come play a game. Come say hi. Come to the events.
Let's come up with a different scenario. Let's say there was an artist that was raised in the Bronx and did more of an R&B pop style albums his whole career. And then one day was like, yo, I think I want to make a hip hop album.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's like, what does he know about hip hop? I do think there is a deep rooted part of where you grew up.
What does he know about hip hop? Where's he from? He's from the Bronx.
There's also plenty of people that grow up in areas that hip hop was created and live and breathe it that aren't hip hop. But an artist that grows up in that type of environment, I do think they get some type of grace. Like, okay, if Beyonce was at the rodeos every summer, like, we know Third Ward, Houston, we know her dad's background, like her mom's background. I think it's safe to say she's countryed a little bit.
She's valid.
But not
she's
even
valid.
like, it's even insane. You even have to. That is true, but also it's fucking Beyonce, and I'm not saying in the sense of like she can do whatever the fuck she wants. There's no rules. which I guess is true as well. But I'm saying that in the sense that fuck the CMA's validation. Beyonce is also has a bunch of businesses, has children, has a whole life and career outside of her career is her music, at least for this album, which was country. Like Rory said, she met with the country artist. She did the work. She did the research. She linked with everybody.
She made a real country album.
She did
not
the
to
fucking
cut you
thing
off,
that you want her to do.
The whole rollout was her doing a deep dive in her family's history and it's
exactly. So it's like you're choosing to ignore all that shit that she clearly put in the work, the research, the time, the effort. But because she didn't fucking shake your hand at a country award show, it's null and void. Like you just say she didn't do the fucking the dance that you wanted her to do for you. It's so fucking
She
stupid.
kept it so country. She created a whiskey line.
She's doing a jean collab. Like, come on, this is just like
she got Levi's over there selling whiskeys. That's country.
Yeah,
I mean,
just say you didn't done get it with dinner with her.
Yeah, well, that's why she wasn't invited to CMA's.
Brett Favre is still country.
Yeah. Oh no, he's the definition of country.
Do you need to get diagnosed?
I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. How do we keep just letting that Brett Favre shit slide?
He just got diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Nigga, well, shake your ass.
I was about to say, because he was shaking down a fucking volleyball team.
Shake your ass to the bank and get them people back that money. Nigga, fuck you talking about?
Don't shake down King over there.
How they said it coming to, don't pull that falling down the stairs shit again. Your rent's due, motherfucker. Hey, Brent, that money's due, nigga. Don't start shaking. Brett, don't start shaking now, nigga. Nah, we need that money back to the people ASAP. Yeah, fuck all that. And prayers to everybody that is suffering from Parkinson's, but Brett Favre, we not giving you Brett Favre.
Get Michael J. Fox's shoes back.
He still owes over $700,000.
I want him to sign my sneakers, man. I still need Michael J. Fox to sign my sneakers.
I'm gonna leave that one. Just leave it alone.
Just shut up, man.
I left it alone. I didn't say anything.
Every time I say that, that's what you say. That's the joke is right there.
It's too easy.
Just shut up.
It's too easy.
Shut up.
This is, I
want to take the open layup. I want to work on my game.
I haven't seen this. This is a side by side of people that have both former athletes that did the
Glenn
same
Big
crime.
Baby Davis got 40 months in prison for a fraud scam he did during the whole pandemic. I believe the NBA he frauded the NBA out of 80,000, which is fucking frauding the NBA out of 80 grand is hilarious.
That's beer money on one side of the
Yeah, that's a halftime at one concession stand. And Brett Favre frauded Mississippi welfare recipients out of 700 grand, and he has not been charged as of yet. They both got caught around the same time. So again, we don't have to, and I guess you can say one's just a Hall of Famer and the other isn't. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's just the only issue here, right? Maybe Brett's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Big Baby is not an NBA Hall of Famer, but
Debatable.
Yeah.
Maybe a Celtics fan would say that.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. But we're gonna need that money, Brett.
Maul, Halloween is coming up. And
is it?
There's one costume that's been circulating on the timeline.
This is sick.
Have you seen this yet?
No. What is this?
It's a BBL Drizzy costume from Fashion Nova.
Wait, Fashion Nova's putting this out?
Yes.
40% off too. Wow.
Already. They just dropped.
Julian, did you get passed for this gig?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how sick would it be if I got
You had to be the model for that?
Could you imagine? No, but yeah, this is a real thing. BBL booty butt pad costume is what they call it, but it's very clear.
When was the last time you guys participated in Halloween, like a costume party?
Oh, it's been years for me. It's been years. And I saw something on the timeline of kids like in costumes in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, that probably was like the last, like right around like high school was like probably the last time I ever even participated in like dressing up and shit like that. I thought about doing it this year though.
Okay.
I thought about getting like a real costume and like dressing up.
What would you want to be?
Huh? Do we? Yeah, I thought about it. I just don't know what I would be though. Like I would want to be something like that nobody is. Because sometimes you go to Halloween parties and it's like 17 people are the same thing and it's like, all right.
Well, Peach said
I just don't know what I would be though.
Peach said we record on Halloween. We could do a group costume for that episode.
Like from like a movie, like everybody dressed up as a character?
Something, yeah. I would do it.
The last time outside of last year with Amara, last time I really participated in Halloween was like 2019 maybe, because I fake got canceled on the timeline.
Why'd you get canceled in 2019?
Remember when Lenny and Lala used to do their, I think they still do their Halloween. Yeah. So it was at Tao, and
You went blackface?
you would have thought I did.
What'd you put on?
It was very last minute.
Did you put
I
on
wasn't planning
a
on
Rasta
going.
hat with the dreads hanging out?
Said I was
You know,
Bob Marley.
white boys love that. Y'all love to put a Rasta hat on.
It was last minute. I didn't have much. Like I was like, all right, shit. And why I love that Halloween party is they take it serious. Like Lenny and Lala,
Yeah,
like yo, you gotta
dress
show
up.
up. This
for
isn't
it.
like some industry. Let's just kick it. Like you have to go all out. Let's
Yeah.
make this fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. I don't want to be the guy that just like goes and buys a Scream mask
Mhm.
and walks in. So I was like, oh, I have this Queensbridge basketball tournament jersey. Prodigy had that on.
Okay.
I got the bandana. I was like, I'll go in the same fit Prodigy had on, like one of his iconic
Mhm.
looks.
Mhm.
Cool.
Nobody knew.
It's a hip-hop
Nobody
dab.
knew what you were.
I saw my son, he dapped me. So I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
My son ain't saying nothing, so I felt okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That like relieved a bit.
Uh-huh.
And I guess, people took photos and they ended up online. To what Julian said, you would have swore I showed up in blackface. Everyone's like, yo, this is pretty much blackface. Like he's dressed as a black man for Halloween. Like, no, my face was white as shit. I didn't.
How did I miss
I
that?
don't know if you'll be able to find it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even think it was on Twitter. I think it was Instagram where all the comments were. It was like on the recap. But yeah, you would have swore that I showed up in blackface. After that, I was like, I'm going to take a break from Halloween.
Yeah, I thought about dressing up this year. This was like one of the first years where I was like, I should probably dress up this year.
Like just to pass out candy or go to a party?
Yeah, if it's a party or just walk around Manhattan. Manhattan is flooded Halloween night. Every bar.
I'll
is
put on a
flooded.
costume today and it'd be fine.
Yes, New York. The people just walk right past you, like won't even ask any questions.
What I don't know if I'll be able to top Amara's costume from last year.
What was Amara?
They were the Ghostbusters, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay,
we
yeah.
call her Marshmallow. So she was the Marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
And then Key and I were the Ghostbusters. We went even down to the Ghostbusters firehouse.
Fire.
Took photos and shit.
That's dope.
I don't know how we're going to top that.
But now she got to
that's
be.
tough.
Somebody got to be Miss Rachel. Might have to be Miss Rachel this year.
That'd
Go
be progressive.
trans.
It might have to be. Yeah.
What's that hippo that everyone loves?
Moo Dang.
Moo Dang, yeah.
Oh
maybe.
my
I
God.
was trying to find like a little hippo costume for
Moo
Amara.
Dang.
Moo Dang is the shit.
Moo Dang.
My entire Twitter feed is Moo Dang.
Same.
Moo Dang.
I even
Who named the hippo Moo Dang?
when we were don't say that because we don't know what it translates to. You could sound racist.
What? No, I
Um,
said who. I'm just asking who named it that. That's all.
The Asian
Moo
culture.
Dang debuts new teeth. Debuts new teeth.
When we were in London, I
I'm
bought Kia
obsessed
the
with
Moo
Moo
Dang
Dang.
t-shirt.
Oh my God. So
But then I felt bad because I went on Twitter and it was one of those trust me bro threads. Like you have no idea if it's credible.
Mhm.
They're saying we shouldn't support Moo Dang because that zoo is like even crazier than most zoos. Like they treat their animals like shit and like why Moo Dang's behaving this way.
Yeah,
is
it's a
she's being
zoo.
abused. No, but I guess they're like Guantanamo when it comes to jails. Like zoos are jails, but they go I guess a little extra with it.
Mhm.
So they were saying don't support Moo Dang.
We should
And her cute
support-
behavior is actually because she's abused.
She's stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't support any zoo.
Well, Moo Dang, she's in Thailand. She's wow, they live long. Her
both do.
mother's 25, her father's 24.
They're the most dangerous animal in the world.
They're terrifying. But Moo Dang is the shit. I'm on board. Free Moo Dang.
Free Moo Dang, yo. Free the guys.
All right,
the
all right,
guy.
but once let's say we come up with a great
Three to Moo.
Three to Dang. Three to Moo.
Three to Moo.
So she fucking with the moo.
Says she fucking with the Moo.
All right, so if we come together with like an Ocean's 11 plot to get Moo Dang out, then what do we do? Like after we free the guy,
Yeah, man. We got
like, where are we going?
It's gonna be hard to get moved through customs. That's the only thing. How do we get moved to America?
Yeah.
Moo
Through
has a
the,
sister.
through the longshoreman.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely get it through. Moo has a sister. What's his sister's name?
I'm just
Moo
gonna-
Dang.
Oh, Muwan.
Muwan.
Ooh.
That's like you and your twin.
That's nothing like me and my
It is
twin.
though.
No, it's
You guys
not.
have similar names.
No, yes, but it's not Moo Dang and Muwan. It's nothing like our names. It's nothing.
It is.
No, it's not.
I'm not gonna say your sister's name on air, but it is.
It's
It's
nothing like it. Moo Dang and Muwan.
say your sister's name. I'm not gonna.
Jamala. That sounds
Come
like,
on, man.
That sounds like Muwan.
No,
we're
it
saying-
sounds like mall.
It sounds like mall.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying. I thought you were saying it sounds like Mulan.
No, that their names are similar the same way you and your twins are.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right in that part. I thought you were saying it sounds like
No.
But
My thing
no,
with-
it doesn't.
My thing with the Mudang craze is I'm all on board, but doesn't every baby hippo look like her? Why is she is it because of her ridiculous temperament?
I guess.
I guess the attitude.
Because like I was gonna say, they all just look adorable and then they get big and ugly. Like she's gonna get big and ugly.
And vicious.
Yeah, she'll kill. Like that would kill him if
Yeah,
she was
that's not out of love.
if she was
That's fine.
grown, that would kill him.
Before we get to voicemails, I want to say prayers to everyone that was affected by Hurricane Helene, especially in the Carolinas. That seemed to be the biggest place that got hit. I was reading today, it's the New York Post, so who knows how accurate it is, but the feds are saying there isn't any money left to respond to the hurricanes. And I believe Kamala said that FEMA was paying $700 to the people that need it the most.
700.
Mm.
And my thing is, about like a year ago, remember when Biden did that one-on-one interview and they were like, you're spending a lot of money on Ukraine and Israel. And he was like, we're the United States. We'll never run out of money. Like, what are you, crazy?
Yeah.
Why would you even question me?
Yeah.
Okay, we have
People
our citizens
right here
that,
in North
that
Carolina that need.
Well,
more
it's not a
than
matter of
$700.
having the money; it's about where you want to send it. We do have the money. We just sent $8 billion to Israel.
He legitimately said in that interview,
So
we're the United States. Like, what? Think we don't have the money?
yeah,
Okay.
Send $700 to the people of North Carolina, and then send 700 billion to Israel.
yeah, we sent $8 billion to just kill
Yeah,
people. So that's cool.
And also with
sounds about right.
it's America.
the country that has the highest spending in defense and armed forces. I mean, I know they were late when it came to Hurricane Katrina. Why don't we have our U.S. forces helping everyone on the ground? Like, why is that not being utilized? But it's
Money.
cool. We'll spend on jet flyovers
Yeah.
for the nurses for COVID.
Yeah.
Like, let's gas up some of those fucking choppers. Like, what are we doing? People are fucked up in our own country right now.
Oh man.
Yeah,
So-
and to those that are like, well, hurricane season happens every year. It's another.
So we should prepare for it
Well, where is
better.
it? What's the Asheville? That's the right, the
Mhm.
city that got hit the hardest. Well, that seems to be affected the most. They're not used to it. It's so inland that it's pretty uncommon for them to be hit this hard by a natural disaster. So no, this isn't. It is new to a lot of these people, and they're have their homes are gone. Their whole life's been uprooted. So yeah, it's fucking awful.
Well, prayers to everyone affected by this hurricane, because
Yeah.
it wasn't just North Carolina; it was other
For sure.
areas as well. And
South in general.
yeah, hopefully, this country does something to help its own citizens for once, instead of helping and funding genocides across the world. So
What is it with
We'll see.
hurricane relief that we're just not good at? Like, how do we not learn from Katrina?
money,
No,
they
it's-
don't care.
we're the United States. We got it.
Well, then you always got to look at the tax frauds that come with every natural disaster. Every tax corporation looks for ways to get out of paying
Yeah.
for. It's,
Oh, your
it's-
your house was, got
Okay.
flushed away
Yeah.
by.
Oh, now
we don't
all of a
cover
sudden
that.
we care about tax fraud?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Should we walk down the street to JP Morgan and see if they care about it?
So it's Glenn Davis, right? We got him, put him in the slammer,
Yeah,
right?
but FEMA.
But Brett, he's Parkinson's. I get it.
very, very weird times that we're in. But I guess we can get to voicemails. Oh no, we have to give a rest in peace.
Oh, rest in peace to legendary actor, iconic figure. Definitely was one of the first figures I remember being a kid, seeing on TV all the time. Rest in peace to Mr. John Amos. He passed away. It's being reported that he may have passed away end of August. I think they said like August 24th, but the family didn't find out until we found out. It's a weird thing around this whole passing of Mr. John Amos. But
Yeah, the facts
bottom
are
line-
fuzzy right now.
the bottom line is that he passed away. So we want to send prayers and condolences to the family of Mr. John Amos, and thank you for all of your iconic roles, iconic moments on TV and film. He really upheld the position of a strong Black figure in the household, taking care of his family for a lot of people growing up. So we want to say thank you and prayers to him and his family.
Absolutely. And my last comment, I want to give a fuck you to everyone that said that picture of Julius Randle and DiVincenzo was mauling I. Man, fuck y'all.
You don't see the similarities? I can see it a little bit, right?
How did it even get? My dad texted it to me. Like, that's how far that picture has gone now.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, that's Rory and Maul.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Still
Peach, insert it here in the video.
Still waiting for my guy Julius to hit me, man. I know he's, he got a lot going on right now, moving and trying to get settled in. But I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy. He seems to be happy to be in Minnesota, and the Timberwolves got a really, really bright future. Young team, young nucleus, and then adding an all-star and veteran player like Julius and a good young player like Dante DiVincenzo. I think Timberwolves gonna make some noise for some years. They're gonna be right there. Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert. They got some nice pieces over there, man.
Yeah, I mean, with the trades, even though they made me sad, I'm happy that DiVincenzo and Randall are going to a good team. Hartenstein, I'm glad. I wasn't glad to see him leave, but I'm happy he's on a team that's like a contender. And yeah, at least they didn't get traded to like some bum ass teams off what was such an amazing squad.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for him.
It's gonna be a good year. I think this NBA season is gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be a fun year to watch. Klay Thompson and Kyrie and Luka are now on the same. So it's gonna be a lot of big names, big players have moved to different cities, different teams. So the deck has been shuffled a little bit. So it's gonna be fun to watch this season.
What's gonna be your move now with the ladies? You can't do courtside anymore.
Yeah, bring it to Minnesota.
That could be ill.
I'm gonna go crazy in Minnesota.
I'm gonna clean up.
I'm gonna be the
take one to Paisley.
They're gonna call me Minnesota Fats. You know, like when I get done with that city, baby. Julius better not tell me to come out there and come to some games. Don't do that, because I'll turn this city upside down. Don't do that.
You gonna fly him out there?
It'll be Prince and then me on the list of Minnesota.
Don't forget about Atmosphere. Only Peach got that joke.
I love Atmosphere.
Never mind. Only Julian got the joke.
Shout out to Rhymesayers. I'm a big Atmosphere fan.
Slug, I think is
Slug.
Nah,
yeah,
I fucked with a few Atmosphere
They're
songs.
great.
Yeah, they were dope.
Yeah,
that's a group from
God Loves Ugly. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that was a great album.
It's a great record. Yeah,
I'm joking, but Atmosphere was
fire. Evidence is Evidence from?
No, Evidence was part of Dilated Peoples, and they're from L.A.
No, the white Evidence from.
I know Evidence. There's one Evidence that's a rapper. He's from Los Angeles, and he was part of Dilated.
He's from L.A.
Yeah.
Damn.
Venice.
Oh well, he ran with the Rhymesayers, and I know that was like Brother Ali. Like A$AP Rock, like that was the whole, Atmosphere.
I remember when Maul and I were doing like our first official episode, like after the response and all that shit, we were in Alchemist's studio recording it, and I looked to the right and I was like, "Is that Evidence?" I wonder if he knows how big of a fan I am.
What is Slug up to?
That was the most random first episode. Earl Sweatshirt, Justice, Evidence is out in the hallway with his daughter. Al is in frame, but not on the pod.
It's crazy times, man. We was just going. Just trying to figure shit out. We was just fucking going, man.
We recorded for like 8 hours that day. Because then we did a whole separate Al episode. We did a Hop episode. Yeah, those were interesting times, man.
Great times.
Well, yeah, let's get to voicemails.
Yeah, let's start with a fun one.
You've got mail.
What's going on, Pod? Big fan of the show. My name is Nick. I'm calling from LA. Don't really need advice because I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to handle this situation, but I would love to hear what you guys would do in my shoes. So I was previously engaged to a girl, got her name tattooed on me. Didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm in a new relationship, and the girl I'm dating now, I mean, obviously, I agree I should get it covered up, but she's more so on the lines of, hey, if you got her name tattooed on you, what's so bad about getting my name tattooed on you? And that's kind of like, not really trying to make that same mistake twice. You know what I'm saying? But she's not really understanding of that. So, yeah, what would you guys do in my situation? Would you, go around and do that same mistake again, or, stand your ground and, do what you know is not right?
Well, shout out to Nick, the worst security guard in movie history. You guys can figure that out on your own. You just have to get that girl's name tatted, and if you fuck up again, just keep getting it recovered. Like, you've entered this world now. Any chick that you fuck with, you have to get their name tatted, and just start thinking of ways to cover it up.
That's your advice to Nick?
He cannot go to her and be like, yo, I'm not trying to make the same mistake twice by getting you tatted on and then have to cover it up.
Nick, here's what you should do, Nick. You should tell her that lady that is tatted on your arm has died in this past.
Oh, that's him?
And then tell her, if you want me to get your name tatted on you, you have to pass away first. Just say your ex is dead. Yeah. Like, no,
you don't think that his new girl knows exactly who the ex is, knows her IG profile, knows her sign, knows her daily routine? She knows that girl's alive.
I'm saying, like, you get the name tatted once that relationship is dead to you.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, she's dead. Like, I don't. Yeah, like this is not.
That's a rest in. It's a graveyard.
Yeah, this is like, yo, this is, you know,
in remembrance.
Exactly. That's how you do that, Nick.
Or what could be funny, maybe just get like the angel wings around her name to like show that it's over.
That really symbolizes death, right? When they put the angel wings around the name.
I wonder where it is and how big the tattoo is too. Like, is it something his girl would see regularly, or how would this affect?
I never understood getting somebody's name tatted.
I think it's awful.
Like, if it's not like a family,
is crazy.
If it's family, then of course, you know. But like, just somebody that you met and fell in love with, and you're dating, it's like, that's just a bit.
And I don't even have that like egotistical gene where I would want a girl to have my name and like even feel better like after we break up. Like, yeah, but my name's tatted on you. Like, we broke up for a reason. I don't want to be part of this.
Yeah.
Don't walk around with my brand on you.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, am I wrong for saying this? I don't want to judge his girl. I'm sure his girlfriend's great. I would look at her differently if she said, "Why don't you get my name tatted on you?"
I don't think she really. Well, I don't know her, but women will say that just to hear your response. They might not really want you to do it, but they'll just say it.
It's like the Cardi B thing all over again.
Exactly.
It's the exact same thing, right?
Exact same.
It's the exact same thing.
No, I mean,
something is entering you.
Yeah.
A needle.
This ink is entering your blood.
No, I mean in the sense that she'll say something so, well, in Cardi's case, so egregious just to get his response, even though she didn't do the act. She just wanted to see how he would react.
Yeah, she doesn't really want him to do it, but she just wants to see the reaction.
All right. Roles reversed. Let's say that's not like really your girl like that, but you're talking to a girl and she has an ex's name tatted on her, but she's like, I'm going to get it covered up, just trying to figure out what I want to do. I just don't want to get it covered up for the fuck of it. So I'm taking my time. How would y'all feel in that situation?
How much time you need? Tattoo shop is open right now. I know a guy.
I got a needle.
Yo, Grin, you open?
Take it to Bronx right now?
I hit Grin immediately. Yo, Grin, that needle on right now? You got to talk to Grin like it's the girl at the deli. Like, yo, you turn the needle off? We getting this shit done tonight.
Wait,
cover that shit up.
I think I have a workaround. You say, I don't want to get a name. Like, I'm done getting the names on me. Think of a much better way to explain that. But say, hey, I'm open to us getting matching tattoos. So at least it's like,
I'm not mad at that.
If it's like on the corny side of things, like half a heart on his finger and she has the other half on hers. And when you put them together, it's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Go that route.
Yeah, just buy the
she's just as culpable as you
ads.
are. You don't want to take all the own and put her fucking body at risk.
Her body at risk.
Put some ink on your shit. Do something.
Just do what everybody does.
Are you getting tattooed? Rikers? Like putting her body at risk?
No, I'm saying, like, why does
no, it's a very safe thing now.
No, I'm saying, why does he keep having to bear like the mistakes and like the maybe this will work out? If you're in it and you're in it as a couple, do it together.
Nick, buy her Frenchie.
Ooh.
That's how you shut them up. Buy a little Frenchie.
Yeah, I guess so.
Get her one with the gray coat and the blue eyes. They love that one. Yeah,
that is a great dog.
They love that dog. They love that Frenchie.
Then you don't have to get covered up. You could just keep
the name. Don't even matter once you buy the Frenchie. She don't even see that tattoo no more.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I mean, but would y'all ever date a chick that had a guy's name tattooed?
I've dated women that had their ex-boyfriend's names tatted on them.
How did you feel about it?
I mean, I didn't feel. I thought I used to laugh at it, like, you walking around with his name just on you like forever. And it was the same thing, like, no, I'm getting it covered up. And then she did. She did eventually get a nice cover piece.
Where was it located?
On her back.
Oof.
Yeah, are most of those like back shop?
So what was that like? Lights off all the time?
You put some duct tape over it?
But it was
of all things to cover during sex.
Duct tape.
Taking out duct tape. So I know you're a serial killer.
You got gaffer tape?
Like, duct tape.
You're gonna be in those puff files. I'm positive.
Julian?
I was too young. Well, actually.
Were you?
Yes.
You would have been an hors d'oeuvre. That's what I'm
saying. Yeah.
You?
With political ties, things are adding up. It all goes back to the political
Yeah,
ties.
come here, you. They would have destroyed you, Julian. They would have fucking annihilated you had you gone to Love Island.
Love Island
is crazy.
That's what he called it.
No.
That's what Puff just called his house, wasn't it? Club Love? That's what he was just calling his...
Puffs. I thought you were talking about Epstein's.
No, Club Love. That's what Puff was just calling his crib last year. It's a lot of you Instagram bitches that was there too. Like y'all real quiet now.
Oh,
yeah, like y'all trying to rebrand yourselves. You bitches is going to become Muslim now. Yeah, I know. You gonna be in
Puff
court.
about to too.
Yeah, y'all all gonna be in court with your hijabs on. Yeah, all of y'all. Fuck out of here, nasty motherfuckers.
Which gang do you think Puff's gonna join?
Which gang?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what gang he gonna join.
You got to go NOI.
No way. They would never take him. You kidding me? With that jacket? No way.
Put money on the books.
No fucking way. Not a chance in hell.
No, that one's gonna be tough.
There's no way. He better not call Farrakhan.
TD Jakes was the only one that was like defending him, but there's not really the Aryan.
He in the video.
I think the Aryan Brotherhood's Christian.
Yo, Puff joining the Aryan Brotherhood is crazy.
I got more in common with them anyway.
That's a fact.
Oh, I would do so bad in prison because I have nothing in common with the Aryan Brotherhood, but like
Your whole
you gotta pick a side.
Your aesthetic checks out. Like you can't.
Nah, but you could act like you Mexican though.
Yeah, but
Maybe he doesn't speak
once
Spanish.
they check like my files, which I think is pretty easy in prison, and they
Feral.
find out that I'm 97% European.
His name is Rory Farrell.
I was adopted.
I was adopted. I was born in Tijuana.
Because I feel like if the Aryan Brotherhood like saw me go with another group, they would target me even more.
Oh, for sure.
But then, like, for my own safety, that would just be weird at lunch. Like, we wouldn't have a lot to talk about. I disagree with a lot of their politics.
How much you think the Aryan Brotherhood would pay for you in prison? You look like you worth about 10 packs of smokes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that.
10
man.
packs of Marlboros.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
They
That's
could
good
they
value.
could take Rory for
Good
10
market
packs
value.
of Marlboros.
Well, which prison?
San Quentin.
Give me 15 at least. Make me feel a little better about
Roy,
myself.
what if you said, I'll be a mole for you guys, so I'll hang out with all the black people and the Mexicans, and I'll just listen on the intel and send it back to you guys. But you would just be hanging out with them.
Oh, you don't know what happened to people like that in prison.
And
I mean,
I
I'm just trying to make
appreciate
sure
your
he's
confidence
happy.
in
You seen
me.
the Kendrick video. You seen the pinata, right? That'll be Rory hanging off the third tier.
How confident of a mole do you think I would be? My tell would happen immediately. I'd be so nervous at that table. Like, hey, Crips, what y'all working on?
We got another one?
Yeah, let's do it. This is a good one too.
Yo, what's cracking, gang? My name is OJ. I'm from Chicago. I want to give a quick shout out to Rory, Maul, Julian, Baby D, the whole crew. Love the podcast, love the content. Keep it coming. Pause. Anyway, I was calling because I'm a little conflicted right now. So I got these two best friends of mine that are low-key beefing, and it's all over a shorty. So let me break it down for you real quick. So we're going to call this shorty K.
Okay.
So K started off as best friends with my homie Elf. And my guess is that my homie F cracked because she be in love with him type shit. And I guess my homie F introduced her to me and my homie O. And her and my homie O hit it off well. And they became like best friends and shit. Like I'm talking about like they talk on the phone and like text each other and shit like that. Like almost every day type shit from what I heard, right? So anywho, basically my homie O caught feelings, and I guess Shorty caught feelings for my homie O too.
Okay.
But mind you though, she want my homie F real bad. But my homie F is a fuckboy, you feel me? He just be wanting her because she be available too much. You feel me? Like whenever he can't get his dick wet or whatever, he'll call her. He know he could get his dick wet with her type shit. But my problem is this is causing like an issue between them two. And I just want to know, what would y'all do in this situation type shit?
All right, I took notes.
Okay. No, I think I followed off that fucking spelling bee.
Jesus, that was a lot of letters. Real names would have been easier.
Right? Just make up different names.
There we go. All right, here's the scenario.
So he's in between F and O and K love triangle.
Yes.
So he's asking what he should do or what they should do.
Well,
He's asking
That's
if
the only
he
part
should
I didn't
intervene. No, yeah, he's saying like, do I bear the responsibility, or like, should I say anything, or what should he do? What should his next step be?
By Frenchie.
With blue eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe tat K on him to see if K would fuck.
Mm.
And just she could get the cycle.
Because a quick recap, because there's a lot going on. So F and K met first.
Yes.
We don't know if F hooked up with K yet. In that process of them becoming friends, O and K meet. O and K become fast friends. They have long phone calls. They get a little rhythm together. And now there's potential that they might hook up. And then F, the first guy, according to our caller, is a fuck boy. So he just hits K on a late night thing. She slides, he wrecks, they go home. Da 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 da. That's where we're at.
I love that he said he wasn't sure if F had beat yet. And then at the end was like, yeah, he just calls her when he want to get his dick wet. I was like, all right, well, yeah, clearly he's beat.
Yeah.
I think he should tell his friend O, who seems like the nice guy that really likes K, that he should leave that alone. Because K is settling for O at this point and really just wants to be with the toxic guy. That's what it is.
Mm.
She's one of those that you can't tame her yet.
You gotta let
She wants to be with the fuck shit. She's more attracted to that. She's more attracted to the guy hitting her up at 4 a.m. that treats her like shit. Yeah. You should talk to your friend O and say she's still currently for the streets.
Let the streets have.
I don't think she's ready for these feelings that is going on. And she probably doesn't really have feelings for you. She just likes that you're convenient and will do nice things for her when F won't. But if F text,
it's over.
Yo, I gotta leave.
Yeah. You're an option.
I think
you're an option.
It's also fucked up. I think he's kind of talking about himself because he said his name was OJ. I think he's O in this scenario.
Ooh.
I don't think that's a friend. I'm just be honest with you.
Kaiser Soze over here.
I think O is the one. OJ, the guy talking, is the one that has feelings for K and knows that his man's just dogging it out when he wants, but he caught feelings.
Mm-hmm.
You got to leave that girl alone, bro. She's not ready.
She's for
not
the
ready
streets.
to settle down.
Leave her in the streets.
But stay friends with her. You don't have to like write her out of your life. Just be cool with her. That's cool. That's fine.
But don't be friends with her in hopes that like
Yeah.
this is a phase.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
This is a phase.
You're gonna end up hurting that situation.
Get it out of your system, K.
Yeah.
It's clear what she's attracted to. And it's toxic bullshit, which is fine because we've all been there. A lot of girls have been there, but you shouldn't wife them when they're in that phase.
No.
Just let it go.
You gotta elevate, man. You gotta take yourself out of that pool of just being an option and putting yourself through the ring of just, sleeping around and shit. Have some dignity.
I love that he really told himself like that guy that's like, yo, this friend of mine is going through something.
Yeah.
Yo, my name's OJ from Chicago. So my friend O is
we
going
like the
through
same
this.
things. We hang out at the same
I'm
place.
OJ, he's just O though.
Yeah. I know. I hear you, fam.
Should we do one more? I feel like I've picked without Demaris here. I feel like I'm just doing very manually toxic ones.
That's fine.
This last one will be the most toxic of the three.
Yo, what's up? Rory, Maul, Julian, Baby D. I have a question. Oh, love the show, by the way.
Thank you.
Love everybody. Pray y'all safe and stuff.
Thanks.
I got a question.
Starts off wholesome.
What happened to the big bitches that could suck dick? I have been in a relationship, for context, I've been in a relationship for 5 years. And I just got out of it earlier this year.
So he was like, where the fat bitches at?
I'm starting to, build my roster back up, When I was single, it was 2019. It was different out here, man. But, I always kept at least one big one, bro. At least one big one on the roster,
honesty,
bro. Because she was a head doctor. You feel me? But
I know what he talking about.
That's not the case anymore. I don't know what happened to the game I love.
Ozempic.
Can y'all tell me if I'm looking in the wrong places? I live in Texas.
And game changed when you was behind the walls,
there's some sexy heavies out there.
They're there in Texas. Yeah. Let's keep going.
That has never been a problem. But now it's I keep coming across these big women, man. And it's not like I'm chubby chasing, bro. Please. Do not do me like that. But
how you describe it sounds like you are.
I just try to keep one on there, man. They just can't suck dick no more, man. I don't know. Can y'all let me know if I'm tripping, man? Please. All right.
I love that he came to this realization because he let a couple fat chicks give him head, and he was like, well, this is different.
This is in 2019 head.
They're not slurping it up the way they used to.
Also calling a New York-based podcast for how to get ahead in Texas from fat women.
I mean, that was always a stereotype forever. I think that from generation to generation.
Big girls can give head?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they can.
I agree.
They treat you like a fucking corn on a cob. They'll put that shit in between any crevice on their body and
a lot to prove.
Spit on it.
All right. Well, where would you recommend? Where would you recommend he goes to find these type of women?
Texas.
He's in fucking Texas.
The second biggest state in the country that has the most.
That's like being in Foot Locker saying you can't find any sneakers. Like, what are you talking about?
That's like me going up to Dykeman, like, Mall, where can I find a Dominican woman?
Yeah, like, are you kidding me? You in Texas, bro. Like, they are there. I don't know the women you're picking or the big girls you're meeting, but it's some sexy heavies out there.
He has to reevaluate, I guess. Maybe he's picking heavies in a different way. I don't think the game changed that much from 2019. I've been out the game.
And it didn't change. You know what it is? He's, okay, what age group is he looking at? Like, you got to go, if you're looking for one that's more experienced with her mouth, you got to stay in the older demo. That's an older demo game.
Yeah.
You'll find some young, you know what I mean, like rookies that they know how to shoot.
They have promise.
They know how to shoot. But it's like you need a vet. You need a vet that's she's not going to play no games with you. She know what you want. She know how you like it. A lot of spit bubbles. She's going to get right to it. These little, the young, pretty ones, they too cute to get, you know, some of them. You're going to find a young one that she was raised right. But get you an older one. You got to find an older one. Yeah.
I didn't catch any of that, but I agree.
Don't worry about it.
You know that, like, the girl that was ugly her whole life and then glowed up, and you catch her when she doesn't realize, like, she's a bad bitch now. She's still moving like the ugly girl. Like, she has personality. She's funny. She kind of let anyone hit.
Yeah.
Moving like the ugly girl. She has personality.
Yeah. No, she fights for her meals. Like,
she's scrapped.
She's actually a good human being.
For the big piece
like,
of
she's
chicken.
a good human being.
Yeah.
She doesn't know she's a bad bitch yet because she was treated like an ugly chick her whole life.
Yeah.
And had a crazy glow up, which happens often. Those are the best women.
Yeah.
That were ugly for a while. Because again, they had to actually fend for their food.
Right.
With Ozempic now, people are not bringing this up.
Yeah.
The positives of it. A lot of those chicks were big chicks that move like big chicks, but now the Ozempic has turned them into bad bitches. So they're still giving head like the fat chick that used to be.
Ooh, yeah. They're just...
No one talks about the good side of Ozempic. It's having a lot of like cookie monsters just out in the streets looking amazing.
Because they're still fat on the inside.
Yes, because you can't. That takes years of therapy.
Yeah, you got to lose that. You got to really.
But how does he identify the former heavies? We gotta look like their arms.
I feel like Ozempic must be running rampant.
You just drop chicken on the floor.
You have to do research and watch Shallow Hal.
They come right to it.
Drop chicken.
This is why we need Demaris here. I'm sure all of this is really offensive and it shouldn't be here.
It's just for entertainment.
It's just entertainment. We don't need any of it.
This is immature.
Entertainment purposes only.
We're all in our 30s, 40s. We shouldn't be doing this.
Man, they on the internet frying Demaris right now. Every time I get refreshed.
Is it talking about her back if we're recording?
I
don't think it is.
You know, if she was here, I would say it. Like, matter of fact, hey, Demaris, they killing you right now.
Go to camera one.
They killing you right now on the internet. But you standing on business. Actually, she's not.
She's not.
Yeah, it's just for entertainment. No, it ain't. It's because when they was killing me in April and May for my Drake shit, I was a dick sucker, dick rider, glaze, all of that.
You didn't bring up Target once.
I didn't get on the internet. Yeah, I didn't get on the internet one time and say, oh, it's just for entertainment. Nah, nigga, stand on your big box of business. Don't do that.
I still have teacher unions coming after me.
Oh, for the
damn.
That
really?
wasn't entertainment. I feel like teachers should cover up.
You should tell them it's entertainment.
Yeah, see, you didn't tell them it was just for entertainment.
I think the teachers should stop entertaining.
Maul, when's the last time you got head from one of these
from a heavy?
From a heavy heathen.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while from a sexy heavy. It's been a while. But the sexy heavies is out there though. I love them.
Yo, I guess we can talk about this on. I don't care if Maul denies it. A couple Atlanta trips ago, Maul tried to send a sexy heavy my way, like a couple floors down, who was asking about me. I said, Maul, I'm going the fuck to sleep.
You tried to bring it to the door?
Me?
He was trying to be a good friend because there was a sexy heavy
she was
asking
me about where. She said, "Where's Rory?" So I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like I gotta call my guy, let him know that somebody's looking for him.
And then you brought up who it was, and again, sexy heavy.
Sexy heavy.
I wasn't in that place in my life.
Sleep.
It could have been anyone, and I would have been no. But there was in the back of my mind, to this gentleman's point, I was like, I know that girl would come down here.
Whoa.
slurp my entire.
She would have blew your socks off. She would have blew your.
I would have left as a transgender.
Yeah. You would have said the N-word the next morning for sure. She would have blew you into racism for sure.
I would have smelled like maple syrup after she left.
You don't even know. She was talking crazy. That's why I called. I was like, wait, nah. I would be a hater if I don't call him.
What was so funny? Peach, Julian, you guys have both been on the road with Maul multiple times. Maul don't call nobody, especially at 2 a.m. I'm laying in my bed like I think someone died. When you get that call, like, okay, what happened? Something has to be wrong.
He was looking for the Pharaoh, bro.
And he said redacted name. I was like, nah, man, I'll go to sleep.
She was standing on big business. Like she was standing in front of me like this. What I called him. I was on the phone. You remember how they had JoJo Simmons on the phone and homie had his shirt.
Yo. And this is how thorough both those sexy heavies were. The next morning, without me knowing that they even had my number, they started a group chat with me and Maul and said, sorry, our schedules didn't match. Can we take y'all to dinner tonight?
Man. Damn. That would have been fire.
She was about
you could have bust down some wings.
She was about her business. She was looking for the red rocket. You hear me? She was like, yo. She wanted to know what floor the red.
Listen.
Yo, Rory lucky I didn't know his room number because I would have sent her down there. I'd have been like, he right there on 7. Go ahead. Go get him.
My ass would have been asleep, knocking like, yo, I don't need towels. Like, yo, who the fuck is this? Look through the peephole like, all right, man.
Because
they were aggressive at the show.
Oh, man.
I didn't know they made it, which isn't the first time that we can't figure out how women have made it to the hotel room.
Yeah, that always seems to happen.
I know it's bad timing with everything going on, but men, I feel like we need to bring some women to the podium.
No.
Like, how does some of y'all end up at a hotel room?
No, I'm not gonna do it. They came back with me. They all came back to my room.
I'm more so talking, they were cool.
Yeah, they all came back.
In our time on the road, there has been times where I'm like, how are you in this lobby already?
Yeah.
Who are you? Like, we're not B2K. Like, the fuck how'd you find our hotel address?
Sexy Heavy was on you.
Or that one time Shorty was in the elevator in LA.
Oh, that's a...
But we figured that.
Yeah,
we did that treasure map.
Yeah, we figured that out. Tickets available now, newroryandmaul.com. We will be in Toronto October 17th. We will be in Atlanta November 22nd.
No.
And we will be in New York City.
Man, let me find that group chat.
December 14th. Get your tickets now. Hope to see y'all soon. Let's have some fun. All right, fellas. Well, it's time for us to go enjoy our week and do the things that we like to do in our own free time.
You guys got plans?
Wale concert, Irving Plaza, Saturday.
Might be people there I don't want to see. I'm not going to that.
Like who?
You know who. Anyway,
wait, I really don't know.
Shout out to Wale. That's my nigga. You know. Shout out to Lay.
I'm really confused.
I didn't mean to make it weird. I'm sorry. Damn it, Peach. I'm sorry, Peach.
Who would be there?
Well, keep it. Say it later.
But yeah,
I'll go with you, Rory.
Are you talking about Wale?
No. Well, I would hope Wale.
J. Cole.
See, you trying to paint this narrative.
By the way, I have no information. I've not spoken to anyone. I do kind of think that he might bring Cole out because Cole is in New York for the most part. I don't know if he's here now, but he's been in New York for the last 6 months. I could see Cole coming out.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
I could
especially
see that
after the bullshit you guys started. Rory.
What did I start?
Rory, yeah. You said Wale could rap better than Cole?
It was for entertainment purposes.
Of course it was.
Who needs Target groceries?
For entertainment purposes only.
Yo, I hated all the cool, kill me for my personal opinion. I don't care about that. I hated all the comments of grifting or like trying to just say salacious shit for views.
Uh-huh.
That was a private conversation that I had in an Uber with Demaris that she snitched on.
Oh, okay.
Like it was almost offensive with people saying like I was doing that for clicks.
Well,
and is that the clickbait?
No, it's not.
If I were gonna come up with clickbait, it would be more than that.
Yeah. No, people just wanted to find an angle for what you were saying. It's all good.
Oh, it just hit me. No, that wouldn't happen.
Shit happened the last time.
When?
Shit. You know when?
At Wale?
At Wale?
Yes.
Oh, we'll have to talk off mic. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I do. And I don't never want to.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never even saw him.
No, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
I forgot about that.
Well, see you guys in Wale.
Okay.
Well, have fun.
Totally forgot about
Shout out to Wale. Shout out to anybody else that's hitting the stage with Wale. Hopefully, Cole. That would be dope for the city.
Well, also it's Beatrice's birthday. I know this is now.
Shout out to Queen B. Beatrice, happy birthday. Shout out to Ravy. Ravy had a birthday.
Yeah, I was mad I couldn't go.
Yeah, shout out to Ravy. Happy birthday to the Libra ladies, the Lady Libras.
But if you want to come Saturday night, we're doing something for B. I was gonna go to the Wale show and then I'll tell you off.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Nah, if it's you know Beatrice, that's my people's. I'll pull up for her.
Yeah, no, we're doing something small.
I'll come outside for her. Yeah. All right, well, let's have fun this weekend. Let's be safe, be blessed. Until next time, I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.